TIFU by proposing to my girlfriend in the wrong language. So last night, I planned a romantic evening with my girlfriend and decided to pop the question. I had been practicing my proposal speech for weeks, and I was ready to make it perfect. I got down on one knee, took a deep breath, and began my speech. Or at least, that was the plan. What actually happened was that I got so nervous that instead of speaking in my native language, I proposed in the language I learned in high school, which is not my girlfriend's first language. To make matters worse, I mixed up the conjugation of verbs and ended up saying, "Will you be my husband?" instead of, "Will you be my wife?" Quote. My girlfriend was shocked and started laughing, but I was so embarrassed that I couldn't even get up off the floor. It took her a while to compose herself, and she finally said yes. But the entire evening was filled with laughter and disbelief at my mistake. TLDR. Always double-check what language you're speaking in before proposing to your significant other. It could save you from an embarrassing and hilarious TIFU lol. Being so nervous you couldn't speak in your native tongue and instead spoke in a language that she doesn't speak, but still managed to say the wrong thing is the cutest goddamn proposal story I've ever heard. Don't feel too bad. My husband proposed to me at the botanical gardens. Beautiful flowers, baby ducks, ponds, the works. He popped the question under the bridge away from all the beauty. It was more of a creepy setting versus 10 feet away in either direction was beautiful. We've been married for 6 years now. Never been better. We also honeymooned at a haunted house, so the creepy bridge kinda fits. The last thing my girlfriend said before I was about to propose was, "You're not going to do something stupid like propose, are you?" To which I replied, "Yes," and proceeded to propose. Going on our 10 years soon. Honestly, this would be a joke my fiancé and I would have for the rest of our life. Even down to probably putting it in my vows. But really this is a win because it's a cute story you can tell forever. When my husband proposed to me, I was standing in my kitchen wearing a t-shirt and holy sweatpants at midnight right after work. And I was ranting and wishing a pox on all tow truck drivers, and then when I finally wound down and I asked him, "Well, what do you want to do later today?" He said, "I dunno. How about we celebrate?" I said, "What? Are we going to go put bags of flaming dog poo at the house of every tow driver we know?" And he pulled out a ring, got on one knee and asked me to marry him. I went from ranting about work to utter shock lol. Love that man. I think this means she's also willing to peg you. So, congrats? When I proposed, my girlfriend had her first and only asthma panic attack and I drove her to the hospital. She loves telling the story and saying I took her breath away. She made you forget how to speak your own language. I'm sure she'll enjoy telling that one. Slightly smiling face. Out of curiosity, what language is this? Where the difference between husband and wife is shown by verb conjugation. Congratulations, friend. This will end up a story told for years to come. And all that matters is that she said yes. This will become a fun part of the story that she will want to tell everyone. When I proposed, my wife and I were hiking and she prefers to hike topless. I asked her to put her shirt on. I was trying to make a decent woman out of her after all. And she immediately got suspicious. You've never asked me to put more clothes on in my life. Took a 1/4 mile to convince her and we found the bottle of champagne I had hid in the snow on the peak the day before. How the hell do you, accidentally, speak another language? I'm going to be real with you. I've been married, currently separated. My engagement was kind of messy. My ex-partner was nervous and he got a little tipsy before he proposed. After the proposal, he got drunk. He has the capacity to be a really mean drunk. And I cried myself to sleep that night. That's a TIFU proposal. You know what your proposal is? Adorable. My current partner makes me laugh harder than anyone I've ever met. If he started speaking bad French, we're Canadian, so both of our second language. Because he was so nervous and asked me to be his husband instead of wife. I just know we'd be laughing until we cried throughout the next few days. Wishing you love, laughter, and a happily ever after. Cheers, clinking glasses. My wife cursed at me. She thought I was going to break up with her. Eventually, she said yes. Coming up on 21 years. Your wife will tell both your children and grandchildren this story. Don't be embarrassed. It'll be a family story for decades. This will be one of your best memories. Not a TIFU. Take the W. I'd say you made it an even better moment. My now husband got all sentimental and I got so awkward I stared out at the sea and didn't look at him. My father-in-law proposed by handing my mother-in-law a ring and then promptly vomiting into a paper sack. They are still together and have a funny story. At least yours doesn't involve vomit. Own it and make it a thing. From now on, call her your husband in that language every chance you get. An ex of mine had a verbal accident like that. He meant to say, "Tu eres mi novia." You are my sweetheart, girlfriend. What came out was, "Tu eres mi novilla." You are my heifer. I laughed for at least an hour.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.